Hello, welcome back to Backyard Cigars, and today I've got the Camacho Triple Maduro. As you can see, it's a beautiful silver and black band and footband on it. Really looks good against this dark San Andres wrapper. And I am going to remove this footband, toast it, and come right back to you once I'm in. Camacho Triple Maduro. You know, I love Maduros, as many of you also do. And one thing that I have a friend who doesn't live too far away from me. He knows who he is. He just got himself a new humidor. And he loves Maduros as well. And he kept saying over and over at one of his events, only double Maduros for me. Only double Maduros. So, I'm aware that certain binders may be Maduro leaf. But it was his insistence on only having double Maduros that intrigued me. So I said to myself at that point, yeah, I think I know of a few double Maduros. But I wonder if there are any triple Maduros out there. So I did a little digging, didn't take long, and I found the Camacho Triple Maduro. First of its kind. Mexican San Andres wrapper, Maduro of course. A Honduran Corojo Maduro binder. And Maduro fillers from the Dominican Republic, Honduras, and Brazil. And there you have it. You have yourself the recipe for a triple Maduro. Is it a gimmick? Or is it just something cool and new to try? I'm going to say it's something new and cool to try because, whether it's a gimmick or not, here I am smoking it, telling you about it. A lot of people have smoked it. Camacho's respected. And what I've gotten so far, I'm going to tell you about. Getting some sweet brown sugar with a light hint of spice at the moment. And this is a Robusto 5x50. Again, beautiful silver and black band. Goes really well with the oily, dark San Andres wrapper, as I mentioned before. The band has some interesting writing on it. And I believe it says a bold smoke for bold smokers. Infamous since 1962. And hand built in Honduras. So, bit of a cigar with attitude, I'd say. So far, it's a decent smoke. I'm a little over an inch in. I'm getting that brown sugar, getting the light spice, getting some coffee hints. That's where I'm at right now. Draw is adequate. Good aroma. Nothing special. But average, decent. I will confess one thing. Today's review was not supposed to be a Camacho Triple Maduro. It was supposed to be none other than a review on Liga Privada's Unico Feral Flying Pig. But unfortunately, as we know, with the seasons changing, we swap out different humidification levels in our humidors according to the season. So as I went into my Daniel Marshall humidor, which holds humidity incredibly well, I felt the cigar and it was just too soft. So what had happened? I'll tell you what happened. Normally that humidor is at about 66, 67. Occasionally during the dry winter it will drop to 65, and I'm fine with that. Particularly because a lot of the cigars in there are dark oily Maduro wrappers. So that's fine. I don't sweat it. But today I noticed on the hygrometer that it was 69 RH. Now, for those of you who are saying, hey, it's only a 2-degree difference from 67 to 69. Only a 2-degree difference. How much of an impact could it make on your cigar? I'm sure it's smokable. But is it going to give me my preference? Is it going to give me that desired RH smoke that I want? The one I'm accustomed to. The one that's not too squishy. You know? The one that is going to burn just right. That's going to be efficient. That I'm not going to have to, that's not going to stall on me. Because that's annoying. When a cigar stalls on you because it's too squishy and it just has too much humidity, that's annoying. And it can ruin an experience. And I know you guys have had that happen to you as well. Just thinking about it upsets me. Because this is something that we can control. Sometimes it's out of our control. Like today, I was supposed to swap out the 69 RH Bovitas last week, or actually 2 weeks ago, and put in the 65s. I didn't do that. And because of that, this was the backup. And I know that there was a mention on this particular cigar from a previous review, and it is an intriguing cigar. The concept of a triple Maduro from Camacho with a beautiful label on it, banned. You know, yeah, I said let's go for it. Good smoke output. I do notice that I've got either let it correct itself or go in for a touch up. We'll see. So far, getting some sweetness from the Maduro wrapper, from the San Andres wrapper. The tobacco blend from the Dominican Republic, Brazil, and Honduras. It's okay. It's nothing to write home about, as they say. It's nothing to brag about. Right now, it's just a decent cigar. Maybe it is all hype. I don't know yet. But I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm gonna keep going into it, smoke a little bit more, see what other flavors I'm picking up other than brown sugar with a hint of spice and some light coffee notes that are slowly but surely progressing into a bolder coffee note. Let's see what happens. Okay, so ash is holding very tight. It's corrected itself just a little bit on the burn line. I may still decide to give it a little touch up, but I'm not too concerned about it because it's burning well. Quick note, I have smoked this before, so I know what to expect. It's more or less what I had the first go round, and it's not surprising me with anything new. You know, it's got so much writing on the band that I actually looked at it for a moment and thought to myself, where's the listing of how many calories are in the cigar or the fat content in your daily serving? That's how much, because I just found another one that says built bold. It's not as bold as it proclaims to be, at least not in my book. But the construction's good. Mosquito. So I'm just gonna ash it very quickly. And the last time around, very similar to this time, it builds like many cigars, especially Maduros. It builds as you're getting into that final third. The body's gonna pick up a bit, the strength is gonna pick up a bit. Right now, I'm not getting any pepper or spice, but that's all gonna come in, and you're gonna get doses of spiciness with some sweetness of brown sugar and coffee. Rich coffee, but not as rich as you might think. Just normal coffee. So why did I say rich? Well, because if you inhale on it pretty deeply, you may get a quick dose of rich coffee. As I did right there, I brought it in, not inhaled, but puffed on it and brought out a dry coffee note. It was a simple one. It wasn't as decadent as I had in my mind the feral flying pig, visions of that cigar review. But I'm not disliking it. I'm just not overly impressed. You read all the stuff on the band, and it's sort of like that. The big kid on the playground who's got the t-shirt that says "Big Bad Mother," and on the back it says "Don't F with me." And then all of a sudden, along comes small skinny kid with some fast hands, pops him once or twice, and all for naught. So yeah, the final part of this cigar, if my memory serves me correct, and it does, was the most enjoyable part. And let's get rid of this band right now. I'm not gonna knock Camacho for putting that type of band on this type of cigar. That's fine. But you gotta back up everything. You gotta back it up. If you don't back things up, then it's sort of like, you're one of these MMA guys that's just yelling at the top of his lungs that I'm gonna twist you into knots, and then he's the one getting twisted into knots. Today, I'm smoking a cigar, and no fear of this. No fear whatsoever. And for anyone out there that's thinking, oh my God, triple Maduro, I've got to eat a 4-course meal, I've got to pad myself well, no. This is it's not a mild cigar by any stretch, but I'd call it more on the medium to full. And now as we head into the final stretch of the cigar is when we're starting to notice more of that strength in body, where the Maduro wrapper, the San Andres, is starting to shine a bit. The roasted coffee, the brown sugar isn't as sweet anymore. Now you're getting a little bit more spice, probably from the Honduran Corojo binder. And I imagine that they put a little bit of that Dominican tobacco in the filler to kind of round it out, smooth it out, and it did just that. It's a smooth cigar. It's not too peppery. It's smooth enough that you can just take your occasional drink of water and you're fine. Smoke output, average. Picked up a little bit as the draws opened up a little bit towards the final third. I've said from the beginning the draw has been adequate. It's been good. No complaints with it. The burn line actually did correct itself, and I didn't have to touch it up. So kudos for that. So I'm going to sum up this review on the Camacho Triple Maduro. It's a decent cigar. If you have an affinity for Maduros, like my friend Dave, you know who I'm talking about, and you like Maduro this, Maduro that, double, triple, quadruple, however have you, then buy this cigar and smoke it and try it. Tell me what you think about it. It's a decent cigar with an opening of a sweet brown sugar followed by a hint of spice, notes of coffee. As the cigar progresses and picks up in strength and body, you're going to get a deeper coffee flavor, not as rich as you want, at least in my eyes or in my palate sensing, but you'll get that. The sugar will reside a little bit and you'll get a little more spice. It'll remain smooth throughout, super smooth. Very little pepper until you get towards the final end of it, approaching the nub. You'll get that burst of spice and pepper. You'll still get that roasted coffee, and somewhere in between here and there you're gonna get a little sweetness. So that's what this cigar is going to provide in terms of your smoking experience. It's fine, it really is, but again, you look at that label and you read about it and with what you think of Maduros and their strength, you might be expecting a little bit more kick. You're not going to get it. But all in all, a good backyard cigar, you know. The only thing is, you want to make sure you get a deal on these. You definitely want to try it if you're a Maduro lover. I'm a Maduro lover, so this is why I tried it. And the ash holds very well. There are some positive things about this cigar, but I just can't get over the whole big bully in the backyard telling me not to mess with him, because that's an invitation for someone to say something. And here I am, and I'm saying it. You're not that bold. You're not that big. You're not that intimidating. But you're okay. You're okay. You hold your own. You hold your own. I'm gonna leave you with that to sink your teeth into. I guess this one did not live up to the hype in my book, but it's not an overly disappointing experience because it's a wonderful day, and it's an inoffensive smoke, provided some good Maduro flavors. I got to do this review, share my thoughts with you, and again, beautiful day. I'm enjoying myself, clearing my mind, and just thinking about positive things and focusing on that. All the while, I've been able to tell you in an honest way what I thought about this cigar. 5x50, Camacho Triple Maduro, Robusto size, and I bid you farewell and thank you again for watching. I leave you now